Right, good day everyone. How are you today? I hope you are good. It's good to see you again. This is your YM Sammy. YM Sammy Empire. The only one M's YM Sammy. How are you? It's been a week now. I have not shoot a video. As you all know, we're still on fasting Ramadan season, and glory be to Almighty Allah. I think tomorrow is going to be the last day. That's a very good. We thank God. We started with Bismillah, and inshallah by tomorrow, with all my Muslim brothers and sisters, we're going to end it with Alhamdulillah. Yeah, it's really nice to come online again today, based on response and some few questions on my page, on my Instagram, my Facebook, WhatsApp, my line, my calls, messages. So I'm here today again to share with you. As you all know, we are trying to enlighten each other. We're trying to motivate each other, because this season we are right now, this is the time we need to share ideas. We need to help one another. We need to find a way for one another, in a way how to benefit, to get things rolling, to get things going. We can't, because of the invisible enemy, we're just going to be at home doing nothing. He doesn't want it, because right now, I know what we are going through, everybody. Can you imagine people working, people doing business, people own the shop, people have factories, just like that, everything was just shut down, without no incoming, without no incoming, but outgoing, because even staying home, we still have to eat, we still have to pay for one or two things. We have to pay our bills, we have to pay housing, we have to pay cars loan, we have to pay fuel, we have to pay electricity, children have to eat. So we can't just keep staying home without doing something. So, but like I say, the new world order, the new way of making money, you can easily make money online. The world is in our hand right now. Your cell phone, your internet, your Facebook page, your Instagram, your WhatsApp, your Line, your WeChat. This all platform, it's great for us to make money without stepping outside. This platform, it's built, that's going to be, in fact, it's the new generation way of making money. People don't step out no more, and they are making money. If you want to buy anything from the US, you want to buy anything from China, from Malaysia, from Dubai, from UK, from Cambodia, if you have good contacts. The only thing is this, online it's 50-50. Yeah, it's unique. It's the best way of making money right now, but at the same time, we need to know who we are dealing with. Yeah, but if you have a direct source or direct contact, there's nothing to fear about. There's nothing to worry about. You can just make your payments online and they will deliver to you. So instead of we just staying home, because one thing we should understand, this coronavirus, this a enemy, I call it invisible enemy, because a disease that people that have it don't even know they have it. You don't know. And all over the world, as strong as United States, UK, China, Korea, and Japan, these are the world leaders. These are the world's intelligent countries. Even till now, they could not find a solution. They're only trying to get one or two things to reduce for those that are positive. They're just trying to look for a way to get it to reduce. There's no cure yet. And I pray, inshallah, by the grace of Almighty God, we should all see cure as soon as possible. So, if countries like this are still fighting a way out to solve this problem, so Africa, where are we? And I'm going to say a big, impressive. I was really impressed. I saw a video 2 days ago. I was really impressed about Rwanda. I give my respect to Rwanda people, especially to the president of Rwanda. These are the kind of things I would like to see in Africa. These are the kind of things I would love to share with people in Asia. Like, look, Africa, yeah, we can do it. I was watching a video 2 or 3 days ago, and I discovered Rwanda have come out with a robot to discover 50 people in less than 1 minute, can detect either positive or negative. And this is a very good thing because it helps and saves those our nurses, doctor in front. Because look, this is disease, the nurses, the doctor, also they are taking their risks to go around the people to do testing. Yeah? So with Rwanda would come with this idea to come with a robot. I was told the robot was produced, or can I say made from Korea, which I give. That's a very good, impressive to Rwanda. And other Africa, I would like you to also think of something good, about people. Rwanda, I give my respect, my salute to Rwanda. I'm really impressed to see that. And also, I would like to give my congratulations to His Excellency, I don't know the name yet, the new President, shall I say Prime Minister of Lesotho. It's my pleasure to see news also. Lesotho have a new leader, and I believe this time around, with the new leader, he's going to take Lesotho to the high level, because Lesotho is still part of my home. I have a very good relationship with Lesotho people, especially our Excellency, the former Lesotho ambassador to Malaysia. She's like a mother to me, like a mother. In fact, she's my mother, let me put it like that. And the son, Maurice, it's my very good friend, it's like my brother, so we've tried to do a lot of things with Lesotho for a very long time. In fact, a few years back, I organized some investors, some businessmen from Malaysia to Maseru in Lesotho, whereby the meet up with the former Ministry of Trade and Industry of Lesotho, and myself personally, I met the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Lesotho back in Malaysia about 4 years ago. We had one-on-one, a very young man and very intelligent, smart, a very handsome and very intelligent man, and very young minister. I met him one-on-one with the former Lesotho ambassador to Malaysia in Kuala Lumpur. We had a roundtable coffee meeting, and we share a lot of ideas. We share very good idea. We share opinion. We share a lot of ideas, especially on this housing. And he was really impressed about our technology, which is RBM, Industrial Building System. He was really impressed, and we had a meeting, and he asked me to send him a proposal, which I did. And when he flew back to Lesotho, he tried to organize, in fact, we arranged things less than a month. When you fly back to Lesotho, a businessman, one of the strongest businessmen in Lesotho, Mr. I could not remember the name anymore, but or let me just don't bring the name on screen, So he flew in within 2 weeks. We had a very good meeting, and in another 1 week, I tried to arrange, and we make a trip to Maseru, and it was very impressive, But sometimes when the government is not ready for something good coming, we have nothing to do. We brought a very good package, a very good proposal for the people of Lesotho, especially in the housing area, So in fact, I told myself, if somebody from Indian, we're talking of India, we're not talking of America, we're talking of India, because you see, one thing Africa should understand, I'm not trying to discriminate. Yeah, I know every opportunity is by chance, but if an Indian man should fly to Lesotho and he have the idea of buying a land, or secure a land, or buying a land, or partner with landowner, and calling me, I should provide if he can partner with me, and if we can have investors or get a loan from Malaysia for us to build the houses and sell for Lesotho. And I asked myself, I said, why Indian have to do that? Why not the people of Lesotho himself? Because I don't see a reason why India should do that for Lesotho. If he's coming to Lesotho with his cash to do that, yes, fine. That would be very lovely, and that would be very fantastic. That would be very amazing, But you coming from India, you didn't come with money to invest, but you saw the opportunity, and you're asking me to partner with you, and not even partner, you're coming out with cash. You want me to access my link to link you with loan. So if that should be the case, why not I do that direct with Lesotho, the citizen of Lesotho, and let's make something out of that, So it's a congratulations to His Excellency for your new appointment as the leader. We pray your time should be a very good opportunity for us. We are still looking up to Lesotho. We're trying to do a lot of things because it's our Excellency Doctor. During her time as an ambassador, High Commissioner, she really did a lot of work, because I could remember every time we used to have a meeting together, and at the same time we try to organize meeting with some business people, how we can do that. She really tried, she's a very hard-working woman, which I really respect that. She did a lot to make Lesotho to grow. But like I say, when government are not ready, nothing we can do, because all power in the hand of government. So I believe this time around things should be happen, and for people of Lesotho, with this the new excellency, We pray you open the door for people like us who's trying to see how we could develop Africa. I believe very soon, Lesotho, I'm going to see you guys soon as possible for see what we could do. So let me just, as you all know, we are still talking about the housing estate opportunity, real estate opportunity in Africa. So right now, what I got for you today is based on some questions and requirements that was, people asked me a week ago. So and I said, let me just quickly today to just share one or two things with you. Yeah. So like I was saying, someone asked me what is the idea based on when you talk of low-cost housing, how does that work? Yeah. Okay. Let me just put it this way. Let me put it. Normally when I explain to you, I mostly told you more about 2-bedroom, which is about 600 square feet meters, which we build at the rate of 9,000. But at the same time, you can even divide this 600 square feet to become 300 square feet. 300 square feet is going to be a one room apartment, or it can be a studio apartment, yeah, which is about 300 square feet. And the cost can, at the end of the day, by the time you pull a unit down with our technology, the cost is going to cost you around 3,000 to 3,500, which is still more affordable and more sellable, for the people. Because in Africa, I can see most houses in Africa, when it comes to low-cost houses, it's more on you don't need to be to more than 600 or below 600 square feet. Yeah. So if you own the land and you don't have any idea what to do with the land, yeah, like as I'm always tell you, opportunity come by chance. Maybe something other people don't know, or something you don't know, people you share with, you may even have more ideas on that. That's why I encourage people that have the access, that owns the land, or that have access of land, to always, can share with me what can we do, We see, we are trying to build our nation, and at the same time we're trying to make money. And we're also trying to make money not for our next generation, because the way the world is going now, the way I'm saying things now, I don't think even if business have to come back to the way it used to be, it's going to be totally different from the way we used to do business before. Just ask yourself, yeah, in the environment where you are, let me put it this way, yeah, well, even in America, they are still predicting before they could be able to finalize their vaccine, and it's called vaccine. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm a doctor based on civil engineer. So, but what I understand by vaccine means this is one of what they are trying to produce to cure this coronavirus. Yeah. So, but even in the United States, they are still looking at probably maybe end of November, or maybe first month of 2021. So imagine how many months more. We still have about 6 months ahead. People that the whole world rely on, especially Africa, that rely on the Western world, like United States, like China. Even themselves, they are still predicting. They are not sure yet. They are still working in their lab to see how soon this can be done. Of course, they are trying their best to get things done as soon as possible. But they are telling us now probably it's going to take maybe 6-7 months, which we don't know yet. So my advice to Africa, for the meantime now, yeah, we don't just need to stay at home doing nothing. By the time we just home doing nothing, we'll be lazy. We lose a lot of skill, because it's like, you see, skill is like a training, it's training, something you learn. So if you don't practice it every day, or you don't take it like a passion, you're gonna lose it. You know what I mean? You're gonna lose it, So passion is everything, So things you like, things you do, your work, your business, or things you always dream of doing, you have to practice it. You have to look for a way to get things going. You know what I mean? You have to put that passion in you. You see, for me, my everything I do is my passion. It's passion. So I always feel what I'm doing, as long I'm doing it, I enjoying it. I feel it's amazing. Yeah, I don't bother what people think about what I'm doing, but as long what I'm doing makes me happy, makes me healthy, makes me satisfied, make me get what I want, makes me not to ask people for, I don't know how to ask people for money. I don't know how to ask people for help, because I told you I start my hustling at the age of 17. So if you start your hustling at the age of 17 without parent, so with this my age today, things I could not learn back those days, so I don't see a reason why I have to depend on people. So I always depend on myself. That's why I'm independent. And so it's two things, like people, we have different kind of people. Probably when I was back in back those days, when I was young, when I'm still trying to to rise myself to become who I am today. I'm always focused on what I want to be in the next 2-3 years, what I want to be in the next 5 years, what I want to be in the next 10 years. So this is always on my mind, always on my brain every day, and I always walk towards my dreams and always walk towards my achievement. And today we are not there yet, and we pray to God we will be there, because too much never enough. If people above us could not stop, so I don't see a reason why we could stop. Once we have the opportunity. So another thing I would like to discuss with you, we're still going back to the housing. So if you're having a house, if you have a land, and you think you see, it's all about the population. I've figured out for you how real estate works. Real estate it's housing estate, it's meant for everybody. It doesn't matter you are poor, you are rich, or you're middle class. As long you're doing something, as long you are selling something, or you're working, you're having income. As long you're having income, I say the market is there for you. So these are something I want you to think about. Because every country, especially in Africa, with our population, like I told you last week video, the last video I showed, United Nations predict 2050, Africa is going to be the population is going to be double, it's going to be rise, and which we Africa knows that, so this is the time we have to create something. We have to prepare before then. This is an investment. Are you getting me? You are not losing anything. This is an investment. You know what I mean? So this is the time, we have to ask ourselves, once we're out of this coronavirus, what's going to left for everybody? See, a lot of companies now, they are losing their most of staff. Some staff have been terminated, some have been retired. I was reading some article about business a few days ago, like in Hong Kong Airlines, some company airliner, they have stopped half of their staff because they realized for the past 3-4 months, they have not been making money, and they have to be paying salary, they have to be paying, there is no income but outgoing, so they have to stop this. So for those people who was affected, so how are they going to survive? How their children is going to survive? That's why it's always good, we must ask ourselves. This is a question we need to ask ourselves. What do we need to do for ourselves? You cannot depend on people for the rest of your life. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work. I could remember in Africa before the colonization came in, there are these people who were there, who have been doing the work, who make the train, who lay down all the iron, the train track, who build the road, who build the bridge. Where are they today? Where are they? Where are they? Are they recognized today? Some cannot even walk after their retirement at the age of 60, 55, 60. Some have to leave the city back to the village. You see, we can always look into this. We should not make the same mistake our forefathers have made. We have to make our own. We have to correct our own. We have to correct things for ourselves. Yeah. Where are the people? These are, when you say hard work people, I don't think this generation right now hard work people. To me, I don't think so. The real hard work people are those generations when the colonials, during the colonials masters in Africa, those people that walk, that lay down the pipe, the train from one city to one town, from one town to one city, from one city to one state, from one state to another country, those that can build a bridge across the sea, these are the real hard-working people. And because they're hard-working, because during their time they are hard-working, and they are hard-working people, and that's why you see by the time they are 50, 55, retire, you see they are weak. They could not stand still like a real man no more. They have to walk like bending. They have to, some cannot even see. I don't think today generation are hard work people. I don't think so, because for this generation today we have everything online. Sometimes I ask myself, school today, is it really important? Yes, I don't know if people have asked themselves this question. Education today, is it really important? Because the reason why I'm asking, is it really important? You must ask me why. I didn't say education is not good. It's good. We have to, but is it really important? Because the reason why I'm asking this, I can remember my school days, those days, when exam is coming. We don't even have a phone to go online to check anything. You just have to read and read and read and read and read and read, And when you go to the exam hall, what you read, you have to be on your brain and to fill up the whole form. Either practical or theory, you have to read and read. And those who could not be able to stand that, we call it expo, that you have to write things on your body like a tattoo. Tattoo has been exist for a long time in a different way. You have to write everything on your lap, on your body, and you put on your cloth on it. So when exam is on, when when no one is looking at you, you have to open your shirt and you have to see what is it and write. But today's generation, if they could be able to bring iPhone, Samsung, walk into class, tell me how he's going to lose the exam when everything is online. You can always Google what you want and you get it on the point. So that's why I'm saying, you know what I'm trying to say. I mean, for people who really understand, I don't know if I'm wrong or if I'm right, but sometimes when I'm wrong, I still consider I'm right. So I'm not going on the education area, but what I'm just trying to say now, this is the time now. We have to think of what we need to do for ourselves. We have to think of our future. We have to think of where we want to be in the next 5 years. This is 2020. 2020 is gone, because we're almost half of the year now. So it's totally gone. And nobody can prove of this is what 2020, even the countries, even the economic, imagine even we Muslim, this fasting period that this is the time people want to go to the Holy Land, to Saudi Arabia for Umrah, for prayer. No one want to take the risk, During this fasting, do you know, for the past 29 days now, I do my prayer at home by myself. Every Friday prayer, I go to the mosque to pray. We call it Jumat, like pray with group. Some mosques has been closed. So everything is, you have to do it by yourself at home. So now 2020 is, yeah, it's gone. So now what we need to be thinking of now is, what do we need to do in 2021? And you can't wait for 2021. Anything you plan for 2021, you have to start from now, 2020. Because you are building this the next 6 months now to end, to now start making something out of it 2021. So my brothers, my sister, I'm taking this opportunity, to share with you. There's a lot of things we could do. There's a lot of things, but we have to put a mindset there. The mindset is very important. Always believe in yourself. Always believe you can and you will. It's determination. It's determination. You can, if you've been depending on government or your life, this is the time I'm going to tell you, look, you have to reschedule your way of doing things, because even government right now, there's little they could do, and you cannot blame government for anything. You don't blame government. Government are trying their best. Government are trying their best. And who are the government? We are the government. The government by the people, for the people. So we are the government. So we have to support the government too. If tomorrow now in your place, now you have a land, you don't know what to do with your land, and government is looking at you, and government don't want this place to just be useless like that. And tomorrow now government came with the idea you want to build a factory or you want to build a housing estate. People start shouting again, wow, government want to take our land. Government want to take our land. Government, because government have been watching you. What do you want to do there? You have no proposal. You have nothing to do there. You have no idea what to do. You have no idea what exactly you want to do there. And government want to do something there to generate money to the economy. So why don't you do it now? Why don't you do it now? Africa, we are not poor. Don't be deceived that Africa is poor. We are not poor. Africa, we are not poor. We have everything in Africa to take us to where we want to be. You talk of South Africa. Sometimes I look South Africa, I feel shame of myself. South Africa, it's well known in the world, the only country that have gold. South Africa have a lot of gold mining. I was watching 2 days ago when they are giving food to people in South Africa. The government told you you have to give distance from people. Give distance, give space because of the virus. But see, they want to share food. Everybody come, like 100 people come in one meter. 100 people. We can do it. Africa is not poor. We think we are poor, but the world is not looking at Africa as poor. Do you know what makes you the richest? Do you know what makes you wealthy? It's not by the cash you are spending. Being the richest man, being wealthy men or wealthy women or wealthy leader or wealthy country, it's not by you buying a private jet. No, you are wrong. It's not by you using a Rolls Royce. You are wrong. It's not by you going to Dubai, going to UK, going to New York, going to Paris. No, you are wrong. Being wealthy, it's by the population you control. Being wealthy is not by what you have in your account. If you have billions in your account today is just a paper money. You don't see cash. Because any transaction you want to do, any business you want to do with the Western world that involve millions, you don't go to that country and put millions on the table. No. All you need to do there is you sign a check. It's just a paper you're signing, which is check. So how they're going to do their own transaction is up to them. So that's you having cash. You're a millionaire, but you're having cash. You're a millionaire in your own house, in your own way, in your own pocket. Let me put it that way. Because if you're doing it, yeah, you are a millionaire in your environment, in your community. Everybody knows you. You are the king. You are a millionaire. We agree that. But in Western world, nobody knows you. They don't know. They don't recognize you. In fact, sometimes when you even sign a check or you purchase an order that more than $1 million, they want to check on you. FBI want to check on you. What do you do? How do you get money? Because how can you account the millions you're spending? What do you do? Can you give us some paperwork of your income? What do you do? What business you're doing? Give us some receipt. What did you sell? What did you buy? How do you make this money? So you are not wealthy in the Western world. Maybe in your community you are wealthy, everybody knows you. But once you fly out of your community, I'm talking to Africans especially, once you fly out of your community, nobody knows you. Even if you buy Rolls Royce, they don't recognize you, because to them it's nothing. If somebody who is working, even if you like you are a cleaner or you are nursing or you're working in the McDonald's, as long as your salary is big enough to prove to them every month you could be able to pay for the next 5 to 10 years, you will got Ferrari, you got Rolls Royce. So you coming from Africa now showing the Western world, I'm a rich man. Rich man in what? What did you do? What business you're doing? That's going to be the question they're going to ask you. But the only way you could prove to them you are a rich man, by the time they check your profile, wow, he's a real estate, is into real estate, is a businessman, these are the projects you have done, no matter how small the project, but they know you've done something, they respect you. Because they believe that money you are making it within your population. Look, the Western world believe in population. They don't believe in wealthy country. If you call a Chinese man now that you have a diamond or gold in a country of 1 million population, you won't even bother to come there, because if the population is too small for him to make money out of you people. He need a population like Nigeria, which is 200 million. That's why a lot of Chinese is going to Nigeria. And the funny things it's even good I brought this on the table today. I was reading about Nigeria a week ago. Some China, I don't want to use the word Chinese because Chinese is all over the world. Even in South Africa, we have Chinese born South Africa. Malaysia, we have Chinese Malaysian. Singapore, we have Chinese Singaporean. Hong Kong, they have Chinese. Yeah, Korea, they have Chinese Korean. America, they have Chinese born American. Australia, they have Chinese born. Yeah. So, sorry to use the word Chinese. Chinese is all over. Yeah. So I'm going to use the word China. Yeah. When you're talking about a country, you talk particularly of that country. So. Last week I was watching a news of Nigeria. Some China was caught bribing EFCC. EFCC we consider economic finance crime. It has to do with something economic finance crime. Something similar to FBI, FBI, like anything has to do with crime. Yeah, so they arrest this China group, which is this company. They are into a construction company, and they make they have a project which they propose to government, and the bill given to government is times 10 of the project. Times 10, And the moment government pay the money to them, they realize why they have to pay up to that. So by the time they came after them now, to arrest them, they are bribing the EFCC, this anti-crime, economic finance crime, like it's kind of police, but more than police, they're more after anything has to do with the big crime, you know. So they are trying to bribe them millions of dollars. I have the video, I have everything on my phone. I have everything. They are trying to bribe them. And I was really impressed for Nigeria again today, for the EFCC people could not even accept the money. Even with the money, they arrest them and they take picture with the money and everything. So in this case now, you see, because the Chinese is losing nothing. You see, why they are bribing that kind of money, they have made extra ×9 of the project from the government. So by the time they bribe the government with 50% of what they make, they feel nobody can owe them. But at least I'm happy this EFCC, I really, look, these people, in fact, I was impressed. I mean, if African can start working on this, you know, they don't care about the money. They follow the law and they arrest them. They arrest them and then show the money, which I was impressed. So, but what I'm trying to say, Africans here, you see, this kind of money, why? We have a lot of young talents, youth in Africa coming up. All you just need to do, yeah, they need international skill, they need some professional expatriate skill, you know. You just need to partner with 1 or 2 companies from overseas and you work things together. Why China have to come all the way and get the big share of the project? I want African to understand one thing about China. If you don't realize today, by the time we realize, it's going to be too late. And then, it's going to be too bad. You see, there is what we call Exim Bank. Export-Import Bank. Exim. Export-Import Bank. Every country have this Exim Bank. Like, for my link in Malaysia, I have an Exim Bank. For any across-border projects, finance, loan, yeah? But in Malaysia, this is how it works. You see, Malaysia never allowed many China to come into their country to come and invest based on this. Because Malaysian government are very smart. But I want African leader to understand how it works. You have to be careful when you're taking a loan. You see, when you take a loan from Exim Malaysia, before Exim could give you the loan, it depends your relationship with the company you partner with in Malaysia. Let's say you partner with me as a Malaysian company and I have my Malaysian team. So we need to check you first, your company or your government. There's a requirement you have to go through. So when we satisfy with this requirement, we can partner with you. Because we're already satisfied. We can sign an MOU, we can do everything, we can document everything, we have both side lawyer, you know, to sign everything as an agreement. Yeah. But if Exim is giving out the loan, they are not giving you as an African company. They are giving the Malaysian company who's across the border, I mean going overseas for investment. Okay, under Malaysian company. But what we do, how you benefit from your loan. Let's say I'm coming in now on real estate. We access the loan. Like I told you, if you're talking of loan, you have to be a very big project. And to be a very big project, there's requirement. If you qualify, then we can talk about it. So I'm just giving you how it works. So by we getting access this loan, you see, like the RBM, every material we need, let's say the total cost of the project, including the land that you own in your country, in Africa, that you want to use for the project, you have to give us the total cost of the land, everything, the total cost of the land. Yeah. So when you give us the total cost of the land, yeah, then including the material, manpower, everything we have to spend, the all costs have to be there. So they are now giving us access of 50% of the loan. And this 50% of the loan, what they are trying to do is, let's say we need like 5 RBM machine or 10 RBM machine, everything we need, that things that you see, you have the land. So if you're building an estate and you need a loan from Exim, yeah, so you only have a land. And the reason why you need loan for material, for everything. So now the bank is giving us all this loan, everything we need. You just tell us what you need. We ship everything over to your place. Okay? So they are giving us 50% of this privilege. But at the same time, we are using the 50% privilege in your country to help your manpower. So we employ your manpower, your own manpower, to work for us. So at least we can pay something back to the economy. You can't expect us to ship sand, cement from overseas to Africa. But if you want, we can do that. But we can buy locally sand, cement, we can buy other material, we can buy other things locally. At least we roll some cash in your country to play around with your economy. Right. This is how it works. But when China comes into Africa, it doesn't work that way. China also is using, I want Africans to understand something. Check mostly China project in Africa. They are also using Exim China, Exim Bank of China. But they are smart. When they access the Exim, right, they access everything, 100%. They access the loan in, then they access their manpower from China in, they access their material in, they access everything in. So by the time they complete the project, you have to pay them the loan, and also instead of the money you have to pay to your local manpower to do the job, they will pay the money back to their own China people, and meaning all the money going back to China. Who is losing? Did you get my point? Are you winning or are you losing? Yeah? Are you winning or are you losing? Yeah? Are we winning or are we losing? Because in the business, when you take loan, you have to be win-win, 50-50. Both sides have to benefit. You take loan from them. Remember, the loan you take, you still have to pay interest. So you paying interest to them, and at the same time, after completing the project, if your loan is 10 years or 20 years, you cannot touch one thing within that 20 years. Everything has to be under their control. Even manpower. You see, that's the reason why Africa youth are jobless. There's a lot of development coming up. There's a lot of projects. Let me talk, for example, like Ethiopian. Ethiopian airport was financed by China. African Union building was financed by China, because if I'm right, I think Ethiopia now is very soon it's going to be another Chinese country in Africa. Have you ever fly through Ethiopian airline before? Have you ever been to Ethiopian Addis Ababa airport before? Which I think I've been like 3-4 times transit at the airport. Do you know the duty free in Ethiopia? Anybody that fly Ethiopian airline before, please correct me if I'm wrong. The duty free in Ethiopia now, most of the shop now, 70% controlled by China. There is difference between a China boss owns the place while an Ethiopian is working there. No, it was invested by China, and the people working there are China. Even if you want to do massage, body massage, is Chinese. You want to shine your shoe, you want to shine your shoe, restaurant, cafe, is Chinese. Even now, in fact, I saw a jacket, a leather jacket that I said, okay, I love this jacket, because I know Ethiopia has a lot of good leather, and I love the jacket. When I walk into the shop, it's still China selling. So, what is the benefit of the loan? I don't think Africa have realized this. You see, they are giving you a loan. You only hear the sign of the loan, millions, but you don't see cash. It's paperwork. It's all in blank check. If the loan is 50 billion, now everything you have to pay for the loan for 50 billion, you have to buy material, you have to buy things. Am I right? So now all these things now shipping from China. So from 50 billion, they are telling you 45 billion have been spent on all the material they need to use for the project. Are you getting me? Am I making a sense? Did you understand what I'm trying to say? The deal of the project is 50 billion. Yeah, 50 billion. Let's assume it, 50 billion. But they are not giving you cash, 50 billion. They will access you 45 billion. They will access you 45 billion and give you a receipt of 45 billion. Give you a receipt of 45 billion. That everything they need to use, they are bringing it over from there. So 45 billion have been caught now, but you are owing them 50 billion. So left 5 billion now. So from this 5 billion, still you are not getting 1 cent from this 5 billion. They will bring their manpower in there. They will fix their own restaurant there. They will fix their own market there. They will fix their own karaoke there. They will fix their own bar there. So even with this 5 billion, it's circulating between them, working inside there. Why after the money is still going back there? By the end of the day, you have to pay the 50 billion in cash with the interest. How much are you making? Because in a country whereby you have a large project and your citizen could not participate to have share in that project, you are not making money. You are losing money. but the project belongs to them. If your deal you sign is 50 years, 20 years, 100 years, 10 years, you could not complete, it's their project. You cannot touch it. You can. There is a law. You can't, nothing you can, look, forget about one day we're going to wipe them. Look, that's to your own opinion. To international law, you can. They will sue your government and you're going to lose a lot. So, this is the time we have to wise up. We have to wise up. This is the time we have to, we have to do things for ourselves. You have a land. Your people need a home. You have the land. Your people need a home. What do you need to do? Do you know one thing I want the youth to understand? The youth like me. Because I think now I'm trying to enlighten the youth, African youth now. Because our moms, our dad, there's little they could do now because of old age, but it's not too late if we can still do something. Because when you have the money in the bank, why you think you are a millionaire, but you think so that you are a millionaire, which yes, you are a millionaire, but if you didn't do anything without money and you could not even let your children know you have so amount in account, look, the day we die, the money is useless. The children will suffer. So there is no point you trying to save. There's no point you trying to save the money for your children to grow before you can access it. It doesn't make sense. You can start investing that money on your children's name now based on what you are doing now. I will tell you someone told me about somebody, I don't want to mention name, but I will tell you. I was told this guy was, this lady was very rich, very rich. She's very rich, and when she late, she only have one daughter. She have just one daughter. And what she did was, when she late, she write a will for a lawyer that everything I have in my account, every building I have in me, every investment I have, everything for my daughter, but it's when my daughter is 40 or 45 or 50 years, something like, I'm not really sure which year, but maybe when she's 40 or 45 or 50, that's when the lawyer should give everything to the daughter. She write the will before she died. The daughter suffer from 30 to 40. If the will was 40 years, yeah, then she suffer, struggling, not suffer but struggling. Yeah, she knows she have this, she have that, but not yet confirmed belongs to her according to the will. But you know the funny thing? 3 months for her to become 40, she was late. 3 months for her to become 40 years or to become 50 years or 45 years. But 3 months, she was late. This happened to somebody I knew very, very well. And who gave me the source of this information is like a family friend of this person. So now I ask myself, yeah, let's assume that's the way God wanted it to be. But if I'm a judge, a lot of people is going to answer a query on this issue. First, the lawyer will be suspect. Why 3 months? This happened, and that's the only daughter. So please, we should not make this kind of mistake in our life. We should not. We should not make this kind of mistake in our life. You see, I want to tell you something about me, something similar to this story. When I was young, my father have, I won't say the biggest, but he have a very large of cocoa farm. Very large one of cocoa farm. I was young then, very young. But I could remember those days, I was very young because I was, I was 17 when I lost my parents. So I'm talking of, I was like 10, 11, 10, 12 or 9, 10 years, I could remember those days, I know there is this gentleman who always come to the house to see my dad. And every time he come, he have this those bag, those days, those lawyer used to carry, So when he comes with this bag, I know it comes with money. Yeah. So, but sometimes I will just sit down trying to listen to what they're talking about. My dad never tell me he has a farm. He never really sit me down and say, look, Sandy, I have a farm, cocoa farm, like this is no. But when they are having a conversation, I used to listen and I have ideas like something like that is happening, So this guy used to come those days, He probably come every year. I think they are the one in charge of the cocoa farm, I don't know where it is, but they are the one in charge, But what I'm trying to say here is this. This guy used to come. He have season that come. He comes once in a year. He travel like 6 hours journey. I don't know which city, but I know he travel, he comes, So he will come. But when I lost my father at the age of 17, I have a brother who's older than me, but we are not in a good relationship because of one thing. When I lost my father, nobody tell me about this cocoa farm. But this my brother knows about this thing. He knows very well because he's older than me. He knows about this thing. He knows very, very well. He knows deep down. He never share with me, he never tell me. But I only guess. My brother went to collaborate with these people and sold the cocoa farm. I'm talking of maybe like 20 years ago story. But I never get angry, even till today. But the reason why we never go along, he knows because of the stupid mistake he did then. Because now he's regretting how much you're gonna 20 years ago, how much they're gonna pay him. They won't pay you 15 million, they won't pay you $50,000. They will just give you small change because himself is young then. But imagine today, that cocoa farm still exists today. Look, I'm not proud. I'm not proud with the way God enlightened me, show me the way. I will be the biggest chocolate factory in Africa today with that farm. If that cocoa farm is still alive today. Because imagine how much they sell the cocoa farm then, the kind of machine I'm going to buy for producing, for processing, for packaging to bring over is going to pass the amount they use to sell the farm. And I'm going to be the biggest chocolate cocoa producing in Africa today. With the team I have, if I can tell my team here, look, I have a cocoa farm. My team is willing to come with me, to partner with me. We'll be the biggest chocolate producing in Africa. Because without cocoa, there's no chocolate. Without cocoa, there's no chocolate cake. So, and all over the world, you talk about chocolate, you talk about cake, you talk about ice cream. Cocoa is the main source of these things. You see, I didn't know about it. They didn't tell me about it. I didn't make 1 cent from it because they fear is young. He don't know anything. But thank God. But today, those that sell the farm today, they are nowhere to find. They didn't even balance themselves. So by them calling me, they're having a problem, money issue, I don't want to hear. You want to greet me, how you doing? Fine, I'm fine with that. But me giving you my money? Are you stupid? Or you think I'm crazy? I thought that money you sold the land, the farm then, could make you rich today. I'm telling you. Today, if that land, that cocoa, still today. But you know, those days myself, I was young. I don't want to, I don't want to go to an issue whereby I know I have to fight this. No, I just leave everything for them. I just focus on my own way. And today, alhamdulillah, today, look, I'm more, even myself, I'm more than cocoa farm right now. Because you that have cocoa farm now, that have big farm, can call me to come and partner with you, or to call me to come and look to help you find investor to come in. What are we talking about? So what I'm trying to say, we should not make those mistakes. This is the time now you have to think of how to build things now. We don't wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow may never come. So anything you plan to do, you do it right away. Anything you're willing to do, always do it right away. Tomorrow may never come. My brothers, my sister, I'm sharing my own experience, what I go through when I was young. I didn't benefit 1 cent. And my father never sit me down and said, look, Sammy, I have this. He never read, so there's no way I could fight. Because you can only fight things when you have all the proof, you have the documents. I may be young, but then my mom teach me how to be wise. big. That should be one of the biggest investment for me in Africa today. If that cocoa farm still exists today. So please, my brothers and my sisters, this is the time. Keeping money at home, especially Africans. I keep saying Africa. It's my fatherland. I'm proud to be an African. It's not easy in Asia here to tell people you're in Africa. It's not easy. It's not they don't love Africa, they love Africa. But we have some Africa who give us bad name, who give us bad reputation. So they always think all Africa are the same. But at least people like us, we try to fly the flag of Africa. Look, anybody called me for any business today or anything with Sammy, I want to see you, I have this. First thing I tell them, are you interested in Africa? That's the first thing I tell them. They say, yeah, that's why we call you Sammy. We know you know African better than us. That's why. That's the first thing. Ask anybody that call me for any business or any opportunity or any product that call me. First thing I'm going to say, are you interested in Africa? But you don't blame them. We have those Africans who give us bad names. When I say bad names, I know what it means. Giving that bad name to the extent, even you being in Africa, somebody is asking where you're from, he himself cannot say he's an African, because when he says Africa, they will run away from him. But we can still proud to say we are African. I am an African, original African. I'm proud to be an African. And I will always be African. It's not because I'm African. Because I was born in Africa. And because the continent was there before I was born. So that's why I'm an African. So please, my brothers and sisters, all my messages is all about African. We are smart, we are unique, we are talented, we are amazing people. But let's take these 1+1 ideas together. We can grow faster. We don't need to depend on foreign before we can do things. We can always do things for ourselves. They say what men can do, women can do better. Women today, you don't need to depend much on men. Depend on yourself. Millions of men will come for you. Don't just be a housewife sitting at home every day watching plate, cooking, watch TV. That's not what you're born for. Remember, you went to school, you went to university, you have a degree. So if your degree is to end you just stay home, watch plate, what's the point you go to school? Do something, support your man. Be a good partner with your husband. Be a good partner with your boyfriend. Don't just go after him because he have money. Go after him based on two of you want to be best partner. You see, the best relationship I've ever seen is being two partner in everything. Relationship, business, partnership. Look, it's amazing. Be the secretary of your husband. Let him do the talk. Let him do let him be the one. Let him front the business. Be the one in charge of the check. Be the finance, the CFO, Chief Finance Officer. Be the secretary. And see, everywhere you go, when you lay proposal, once they see it's a family business, everybody want to do business with you. Support your man. They say every strong man, every successful man, there is a strong lion or tiger behind. Be that woman. Be that woman. You see, sometimes some men end up, in different way. I don't know. But be that woman. Don't just stay home. Let him go and look for the money and come back and I drive nice car. No, it doesn't work that way. Let him be the director. You be the CFO, secretary. Do your marketing. This is how it works. We can do better. We can do better. You don't have to wait because coronavirus, everybody home, you wait for government to come to give you 1 cup of rice. For how long it's going to take you? The more you do this, the more you got lazy. Don't you depend on people. Don't you depend on people. We all have problems. Look, the whole world have problems. The whole world entirely have problems. Human beings have problems. We all have problems. But the only way is by you solving your problem. Everybody have problem. It doesn't mean because some people have problem, maybe they are shy to ask for help. It doesn't mean because they're quiet, they don't need help too. When it comes to money, minister need help. When it comes to money, senator need help. When it comes to money, president need help. President of a country need help. That's why I say many African leaders go to China, UK, US for loan. That's help. Loan is help. Everybody need help. So some people can be quiet. Oh, this guy, it doesn't mean, maybe he don't want to bother you, he don't want to ask you. Or he's a quiet people, he don't want people to know he's having a financial issue, he just want to keep it by himself. It doesn't mean he doesn't need help. Everybody needs help. So please, when you ask people for help, they don't do for you, don't start creating enemy kind of thing, this person is bad. No, stop it. It won't help us. It won't. It won't help us. We are rich, but we don't know. We are rich. If you could afford to buy a car, you are rich. Because when you're driving a car, you ask yourself, how many people in your community can owns the same car you own? So in that community, you are rich. If you could float to Dubai 2 times in a month, to UK, to US, you are rich. But I didn't say going holiday, flying is bad. It's good. I love traveling. That's why I love my work. It makes me travel. My job makes me travel. It makes me go different places. I meet different people. I love my job. So, but if you love traveling, invest that money. Once that money growing, you don't need to wait. It's the investment with the investment will be flying you anywhere you want to go all over the world. That's what I'm trying to say. So we should please, let's try to do something. Like I told you, just always call me. You are free to call me. Don't be scared to call me. everybody are welcome. We know where we start. We know how we start. So today we can say, no, I'm above this. No. You may not have the cash, but you may have a link. You may not own the land, or you may know somebody that owns the land. You may not have the idea, but you may link to a minister that have an idea. Network. Network. You know, network. If you don't speak out, you wouldn't know. If you don't share ideas, this is how opportunity works. I know you don't have money. I know you don't own the land. But by the time you take the idea, you share with 3-4 people that think, let me talk to these 3-4 people. One will buy the idea. And one won't buy the idea. You see, you are not coming part of the deal, because I'm sure nothing goes free. That's why you're always welcome to call me. It doesn't mean you have to have $150,000, $120,000 to buy our ROBM technology. It doesn't mean you have to have that cash. But I'm sure you have friends who are into construction, developers, or ministers, or somebody linked to minister, or somebody you know that have money, you don't know what to do. You bring this idea with them. Tell them you have a proposal. You have something unique. Tell him you have something unique. Be humble. Because sometimes if you are poor and you give an idea to rich people, sometimes some rich don't want you to get rich. So because of that, they don't want to buy your idea. Because they feel when they buy your idea now, tomorrow you want to tell the world you're the one who made them rich. Be humble to them. Tell them, any pot you give me, even if 1% at the end of the day you give me, I'm okay. Just be humble. Let the first deal go. You that have the idea to fix the first deal and prove the first deal. You know, by the time second, third deal is coming, even with your 1%, you can do it yourself. Then you become rich on your own. That's how it works. Bill Gates, the richest man in the world, wasn't born rich. He was a dropout. Do you know the meaning of dropout? The meaning of dropout in school. When someone tells you he was a dropout, it's telling you financially you could not be able to finish his education. If his parent is rich, why have to be dropped out? Today, Bill Gates is the richest man in the world today. Facebook founder, he was a dropout too. Is the youngest millionaire today. His girlfriend, who used to support him those days, is an Asian American. They are both living in Singapore. Today is the youngest millionaire. So if these people can drop out during their school time and today they have become somebody, what about we that have the certificate? What do we achieve from the certificate? You should ask yourself, you study accounting in school. You spend all your life because you want to be an accountant. But because of the nature of the system of the job, is it the same accounting you're doing? No. You study accounting, But the space of opportunity of job for you right now is for you to be a marketer. You have no choice. You take it. But you didn't study marketer in school. You studied law. But because there is no space of being lost, you become a real estate marketer. You study engineer. But because of the nature of this, you become a shop owner. Selling things, supermarket. So we need to ask ourselves, is the same mistake we do? We want to pass this to our next generation? We want to pass this to our children? Fine. If we don't born rich, it's okay. We accept that our parents did those mistakes. But if we also right now we die poor, the next generation is going to be, I don't know how their life is going to balance. So we have to fix things. We have to fix things. Government is trying. Government is trying. Because in a country we don't have any resources coming in, and government is trying its best from the little they are making income from the country, to support. You have to give them credit for that. You have to. This time you yourself have to think of how you have to start out small from your community. It's very important. We should not just lay back. If I'm the type, when I was young, I too depend on my father, I too depend on my mother when I was 10, 12. At the age of 17, how you want my life to be today? Well, because I don't depend on them. My mom showed me how to be independent from 14, 15. I used to follow my mom to her store where she used to do her trading. After my school time, I will change my clothes. I used to know how to buying and selling from one thing to another, So I have this skill in me. So today I'm get used to it. So please, my brothers and sisters, this time around, this is the time we have to, we have to change our mindset of thinking. Especially, I'm talking about Africa. We have what take us to be, to show the world we can do it. We have gold in South Africa. We have diamond in Botswana. Zimbabwe used to be the basket of Africa when it comes to agriculture in the 80s. Because of bad leaders, everything went boom, just like that. We have best cocoa in Ghana. We have coffee in Kenya, Tanzania, Ethiopia. Nigeria have oil. Number 4 producing oil, petrol in the world. Botswana have the largest beef, cow, goats. Namibia have same. Singapore don't have any resource. But Singapore is the richest country in the world today. Singapore only depend on tourists. Only tourists. Singapore make money from tourists. People flying, spend money, shopping, relax, attractive places, tourism places. That's how Singapore makes money. But today they are the richest country today. Dubai have oil, but they invest their oil. See how Dubai is today. Dubai wasn't like this 20 years ago. But today, you don't need to buy anything in Dubai. The moment you fly Emirates, even if you transit, Dubai have made money from you. Because your charges from the plane, your air ticket, they have their own charges. The airline pay them. So they have made money from you. Either by transit, or if you go in there, you take taxi, you are paying GST, which is government tax. You stay in the hotel, you already pay GST. You eat anything, restaurant, you already pay. So they are making money from you every day. Africa, we can do that. We have, if I'm right, we have 52 or 53, 54 countries in Africa. Why we could not put things together? We can do better. We can do better. Come to Asia. They are developing every day. Every day. They don't wait for, Singapore was colonized by the British. Hong Kong was colonized by the British. Cambodia was colonized by the French. Many countries colonized by Western, but they don't wait for the Western to tell them what to do. Even the way they are developing every day, you see, they are taught what? But if you go back to France or UK today, these Asian countries are more developed than France and UK. Because the houses you see in the UK, the houses you see in France, these are old houses. Come to Asia, come to Malaysia, come to Singapore, come to Hong Kong, come to Korea. Come and see unique houses with their own ideas, with their own initiative. But Africa, we still have to wait for UK to give us order. I was told some French country in Africa, like Guinea, Mali, Cameroon, Togo, Burkina Faso, those French-speaking countries, even the money you spend, your own money you spend, you have to be trained from France. For how long? You mean you don't have, you cannot afford to buy a machine yourself to print money for yourself? Call me, I will supply you. Why you have to wait all the way? Yeah, I remember, I was in Cameroon one time. Even you have to send a letter to Cameroon, the letter have to go to Paris. From Paris, they have to. For how long you want to do this for? And you tell me you are independent. So those kind of money you have to send for shipping, for clearing, for printing. Why don't you do it? It's your country. Why don't you produce your own money by yourself? You see, those money can help you. You can start from one place. You can start. If you have one if you can be able to produce in one area 5 industrial of your local made products, 5 industrial, and you have your local employee, guess how much government is making back as income tax? We call it income tax from the company and from individual citizen that works there. Guess how much government is generating back from this? And guess the people also working there, how much money circulating back to the economy? Because every month when you pay them, from this money, their wife will go to the market to buy 1 or 2 things in the market. The market owner will take the money to the bank. The bank will circulate the money again to, you see, this is how money move around. But when you stick a money in the house, you buy like 20 cars in your garage, you build mansions all over the world, and you say you are a millionaire, nobody knows you. In your country, you are a millionaire. Outside the world, they don't know you. And if you cannot prove what business you are doing to make you to have this, Western world will call you a criminal. They will thought maybe you are doing some bad business. Because you cannot prove. You see, like in Malaysia now, I cannot buy car cash in Malaysia. Let's say the car is 100,000 or 200,000, as small as the car, or 50,000. And I went there, I said, this is cash. I will be in trouble. Before you know it, police will come. They want to check, what am I doing? Where do I get this 50,000 cash? They are not doing that because they don't want me to pay. But once I pay cash, government is not making tax for me no more. So they don't want me to pay cash. They want me to pay either monthly, depending how many years I want to pay. At least from 5 years above, up to 10 years. So they want you to keep paying so that they will monitor your income, how much coming in from your account. Because when you are paying your every monthly, when you pay tax, they know how much coming to your account, they know how much you spend. So they know how your business is working. That's why they don't accept cash. Well, Africa, we have people there. Look, I'm not trying to say, I've met a lot rich millionaire Africa in Asia on a trip. You know what I told my friends when I see them? I say, you see these people? You see how they are now? Being humble, they walk like nobody, because nobody recognizes them. Nobody. But I told my friend, these guys back home, they are lions, Nobody can come close to them. They have bodyguard, they have security, they have this. But let me give you a shot. There is this famous guy in Africa. He's the former chairman or CEO of UBA, United Bank of Africa. Everybody will know him. Very humble man. Very. I've never seen a humble, rich African like this man. I met him one time. And I was with some friends, some Japanese friends, some Singaporean friends in the mall. I saw him in the mall. And I look his face, he looks so familiar. I saw him familiar, but I'm trying to guess where did I met him before? But Bezos, it's been a very famous person. Imagine a chairman or CEO of UBA, United Bank of Africa. So that means his picture is everywhere, on news, on BBC Africa, on business magazine. So I was just trying to, to refresh my brain. Where do I met him? But anyway, I saw him. But here when we see people, we don't really go like because everybody's on his own, So I saw him. I just saw him like normal, like he was in the mall. We just came out from a lunch, and he looked at me. I just wave him. Based like he's an African, I just say, how you doing? And he stopped me. He said, how you doing? I said, I'm good. Where you from? And I told him where I'm from. I said, what are you doing? I said, I live here. And he said, really? I said, yeah, what about you? He said, well, it's coming from, I think it's coming from China or somewhere. They had a transit where it's going to be a long transit, about 6 hours transit. So he decided to come to the city just to see the city, and that's why he chose to come to the mall to do shopping, And I said, oh, that's good, And during our conversation, and I told him he looks so familiar, but I'm trying to guess, where do I know him? I say, I'm Bello Osaige. Yeah, I remember the name. Osaige. He says, Bello Osaige. The moment he mentioned the name Bello Osaige, I didn't want him to tell me who it is. I said, UBA? He said, yes. It's like, wow, okay, nice to meet you. In fact, that day, because this guy, he was so humble. He was so simple and humble. You see the way I'm skinny? I think I'm even fatter than him, Just the way this was just wearing normal polo shirt, very corporate, very simple guy, but a millionaire. Very simple. And in fact, I was trying to there are two in number. I was trying to time, okay, if he's free tonight, maybe I can host him for dinner before I go back. He said we'd love to, but you need to be at the airport by 5:30 because his flight is around 8:39. So, even gave me his card then, this long, about 5-6 years ago. I'm just trying to tell you, So, but very humble. So, at the end of the day, see, he's the one that approached me. And the reason why he approached me, he realized I'm the first black person he's seen in the mall. Can you imagine that? You see, he has been in the mall because he's a millionaire. He's in Africa, everybody knows him. But in Malaysia, nobody knows him. So, I don't know, you feel like, I don't know, but the way I see him is not someone who show off. No, he's very simple person, very humble person. I really respect him, yeah. But at least he feel like, come on, I'm in a country, you mean I could not speak to someone from my continent? So he saw me, and me, he saw I'm a kind of person, look, me, I don't have people time. As long as you don't feed me, you don't put food on my table, for me, if you call me, all I'm going to tell you is about business. What do you do? If I see people like that come for holiday or anything, I just give them my card. This is what I do. If you're interested, give me a call. Let's make money. That's me, So he stopped me, and I really appreciate that, and I stopped. So what I'm trying to say, he stopped me, and he take his time for like, we chat for like 30 minutes. And in fact, I was even telling my friends, do you know who is this guy? They say they don't know him. I say, he's a social person. They say, yeah, that's good. They don't even care. So, you can be rich back home. But once in Africa, but once you're outside, the only way people can recognize who are you, it depends on who invites you. If you're invited official, or by your embassy, or by a strong link businessman like us. Because businessmen like us, if we want to invite you over, we are giving you VIP from the airport. You are not going through the immigration. We are going through VIP room, the same room the president used when he's going out, or your president when they come. We are bringing you through there. Yeah, this is where people start to know who are you, right? If you want red carpet, we organize red carpet for you. If you want press, you want to be on their news, we organize news one-on-one chat with you. You want to be on newspaper, we organize. You want to meet minister, we organize meeting with minister. You want to meet your ambassador in that country, your embassy, we will organize this. It's we that will make them know somebody is in town. But you coming on your own, look, sometimes immigration can even ask you funny question. I've invited someone, I won't mention them, I've invited someone from Malaysia, very strong person, tough, very strong person, from Africa, and he got to Malaysian airport, and the immigration is asking him a question, and he's telling immigration, do you know who am I? You know who I am in my country? And immigration look at him and say, look, when you back to your country, go and tell them who you are. For you saying that, you are not coming to this country today. Luckily, I'm at the airport that day. Now I called, where are you? I've been waiting for you outside. Where are you? And he said he's been here almost 2 hours. The people are so rude. This. In fact, I went there. The immigration said he's not going to listen to me. I have to drive 2 hours from the airport to their office to go and see their boss, to go and plead that this is the first time coming to Malaysia, so they don't know much about the law, In fact, that person have to sleep airport that night because the office have closed that day. The boss said, okay, no problem. Tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning, 6 o'clock, yeah, no problem. You will sign it. But I have to tell the person, look, you have no choice. You just have to sleep at the transit. So in the morning, I will be there. Look, that's why But if they ask you, who are you in the Western world, who are you? And you prove to them, this is my card. I'm the CEO of so person. I'm so person. In fact, when you give your card, from your card, they know how to check your company. They know how to check what you are doing. They know how to check, the kind of person you are. So straight away, they will give you that respect. But I'm so person, because I'm a senator from Africa, I'm a king, I'm a that. Look, yeah, they don't know what is that. If you cannot prove your source of income to them, they don't believe you are real. So people packing money, keeping money, storing money, look, that's for Africa. Outside, they don't know you. Look, if you're in the flight as a millionaire, the only difference is you're in the business class or first class. And those poor people, you think they are poor, you could not help, they're in economic. But remember, you're all flying this, you're all going in one bus. It's the same one bus you're riding. And 2 drivers and many conductors and conductresses to serve you in the plane. Once you are back home, you see, sometimes in Africa, the rich ones, they have escorts to the airport. There will be traffic. I've experienced that before. There will be traffic, but those rich ones, they have serene security to build the traffic to go to the airport. But these same poor ones, we think they are poor, yeah? They have to struggle themselves to the airport through the traffic. But the same bus you are taking, you are going to be on the same bus. And the bus is not divided. It's only covered by curtain. Sometimes, from business class with economic, you can share the same bathroom sometimes. You share the same bathroom. So, you see what I'm trying to say, yeah, with all the money, with all the cars, with all the security, yeah, you're on the same bus. You go to transit. You see, back in Africa, yes, you go to the airport, you'll be given VIP to clear because of this. Look, once you cross Africa, as long as you are not official, I'm telling you, you're going to be on the queue. The same queue, the business class, the first class, and economic class. You're going to be on the same queue. Yeah? And be on the same queue. Sometimes you'll be wondering, immigration can be funny sometimes. You may look the one coming with economic. You don't know what you're flying, either economic, but you may look the one on economic just now. But you being a first class, he start asking you some questions. He can even delay you for like 1 hour. Why are you here? What is your mission here? Why did you come here? What would you want to see? They have to start calling your contact. Can you imagine that? So please, our African millionaires, rich people, do something. Invest this money back home. We are not losing. We are making money. If you can spend 100,000 in 3 months to fly to Dubai to relax, to enjoy, and if you use that 100,000 to invest in real estate, maybe 1 room, 2 room, studio apartment, and leave that money to turn over for you in the next 5 years, it's going to be times 10 of what you spend. 100,000, it become 1 million. You are not losing. You are making money. This makes you a millionaire outside the world. The only way you could prove who you are. You see, when I go for meeting now, people don't care what car I drive here. Either I drive Ferrari, Rolls Royce, Lamborghini, Mercedes, or BMW. People don't care. What people care about is my profile. First, when I'm meeting for the first time, I have to give my business card. They know how to check my business card. They know how to check. And once they check, the business card will give them everything about my profile, either through your website or through your Facebook or through your Google, or they know how to go about it. And once they check, it will bring your profile, projects you have done, people you meet. So this one gives them confidence, like, wow, it's not driving Ferrari. No, it doesn't work that way. Because they knew Sammy is driving Ferrari, Sammy is driving Rolls Royce, Sammy is driving Lamborghini, but did he pay cash? So if I'm driving this, probably I take by loan. So, and what give them assurance I'm going to finish the loan? So they don't welcome that. Things loan is not yours. If things yours on your own, and the only way they could feel like, yes, Sammy is driving this. You see, it's two ways. Back in Malaysia, I drive because people knows me. I drive because. And only few police that knows me, when they see me, they will just wave me. But if I go some areas that they don't know me, the moment they see a black man in a big car, it becomes a big problem. Because to their own mindset now, they believe every black man that use something big like this is doing bad business. Maybe he's doing drugs or doing something bad. So that is their belief. So they always like, wow, okay, stop. I will stop. And once I stop, I don't talk. I just put my hand like this. Then I on my light. If it's nighttime, I on my light. Then I fold my hand. I don't talk. First thing they're going to ask me, my driving license. I give it to them. Next thing, my ID card, I give it to them. 13, what do? I'm a businessman. What kind of business? I give my business card. By the time they check, they come down. Wow. Oh, sorry, brother. Oh, sorry, bro. You can go. But you're driving a big car. What do? You have no business. You have nothing of in source of coming. So where did you get the car from? How do you get the money? You see, police are very intelligent people. They are very psychological people. Police is our friends. If you are doing the good thing, there's no need for you to scare of them. There's no need for you to run away from them. I have a lot of friends of them. I drink with them. I chat with them. I have friends with them. They are women being like us. They are people like us. If you don't do bad things, they won't come after you. But once you are doing, you see, when you start, if you see you yourself, you see, I've seen a way police have stopped me before in Malaysia, just because I couldn't on a light, and I said normally I on my light around 6:30. The day is still. No, I on my light around 6:30. I say it's getting dark. He said, why should I put the light on by this time? I say, is that a crime? Okay, if that should be the case, okay, next time I won't do that. Then he said, okay, before I go, I know what to do. I say, what do I need to do? He said, come on. I see many Africans sometimes, they can give like 1,000, 2,000. I said, me? I don't know what business they are doing. So if they give you 1,000, I don't know what business they're doing. For me, I'm working. So if I'm working and I can prove I'm working, why should I give you money for what? Yes, you have to call my company. That's what I told him. And when he's getting to being the one to be this, and I show him a kind of is their boss. It's your boss as boss. Number 2 as old, my friend. So don't go that area. So what I'm trying to say, you see, Africans, our millionaires, this is the time. You see, this coronavirus now, you see, most African would, if not this coronavirus, would like to travel to India for medical checkup, go to Dubai, go to Europe, go to UK, go, you see, now, nobody can go anywhere. But if we can fix things back home now, you see now, guess how much, if we have a private hospital now, imagine how much government is willing to pay now for you helping people, saving people life. You know how God also is going to reward you for this now. But all the money, you see, some people now have invested some money now before this coronavirus. Maybe invest in somewhere, you have not completed the deal, the coronavirus comes, it's going to 3 months now. And if the loan continuously is not there, it is not signed, all the money is waste. So please, my brothers and sisters, this is the time we have to, together we can make things happen, you know. Together we can make things happen, yeah. So I really appreciate you for listening to my video again today. And like I told you, you can always reach me anytime. Don't feel, oh, Sammy is a big man. No. Call me anytime. We are all big men, big women. We are all. It's the mindset. It's the mindset. You know, we are all rich. You are rich. You looking at me are rich. As long as you can put food on the table for your children every day, you are rich. You just need to give glory to God every day. That's more important. But this time around now, let's take use opportunity now. I'm giving you advice, opportunity. Even if you don't have cash, have an idea. Sometimes idea is bigger than cash. You see, most big men today, most millionaires today, most factory owners today, you know, if you see most of their secretary, they are well educated. They have ideas. That's why they employ them. Because for them, this is not them, but they have money. So they need someone. Some people pay lawyers to give idea. Why do we need lawyers? Why do we need mentors? Just to get ideas from these people. So you have the same idea. You know Mr. A, you know Madam B, you know Mrs. C, you know Dr. C, you know Honorable this, you know Senator that. Yeah. Bring your idea to them. It's very easy. They have money, but no ideas. You have idea. Bring the idea to them. Let them go through the idea. When they see that, you see, by you going to meet big men for help, for money every day, if you do one time, yes, second time, third time, when you do, it's always busy. But you thought it's busy. It's not busy. It's running away from you. But I don't want to tell you it's running away from you. Every time you call, the secretary say, our guy is not around today, our guy travel tomorrow, or travel next tomorrow, our guy is not in town, our guy is not home. You know? No, it's not that. Because our guy feel, if every day you come for help, what about if himself need help? Who is going to help him? But bring idea to those contacts. Share your idea with them. Everybody wants to make, nobody wants to lose. People want to make friends with you because they want to achieve one or two things from you. If big men making friends with the rich men, it's not because you're rich. He knows you are poor. But he needs your idea. Sometimes maybe when you go for drink, when you make a joke, for you it's a joke. But for him, that joke, it's a big idea and he can make millions out of that idea. So package your idea very well and make use of it. Look, we can do it. You can do it. Don't too rely in that office. Don't too rely at that home. No. Things that you not did for yourself with your hand under your name is not yours. Everything you have now that is under somebody's name, anytime can be taken out from you. But things that you have as yours, now you are the king, the lion, or lady tiger. So my brothers and sisters, Please always call me anytime. Send me a WhatsApp. Drop me message in my inbox on Facebook. Send me email. You're always welcome. I have almost about 5 lines. I have Dubai line, same on WhatsApp. I have Malaysian line on WhatsApp. I have Nigerian line, same on WhatsApp. I have Cambodian line on WhatsApp. I have Malaysian line on WhatsApp. I have Singapore line. About six line. All is open. I'm for business. Nothing is private. All for business. So please, you're always welcome. Call me anytime, any day, and I wish my Muslim brothers and sisters Eid Mubarak, happy Ramadan, and happy Eid. May Almighty use this month of Ramadan, including to my followers, even if you're not Muslim, or if you believe in God, it's still one God we serve. Yeah? So I pray to Almighty God, may this month of Ramadan bring success, happiness, wealthy, joyful, smile, opportunity to our life. And with this month of Ramadan, all those we have lost during this coronavirus, may Almighty God Allah forgive them their sin, may their soul rest in peace, and for we that we are still alive, may Almighty God, including you and me, your family, may Almighty God, no one of us should contact the invisible enemy. It's not welcome into our society, our community, our home. So I pray Almighty God, may God bless you, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay connected. Thank you.